A lot of bounties were revealed in the past 2 years. Chapter 957 was one of the most hyped chapters ever because we saw Yonko's, Whitebeard, and Roger's bounties. We also saw Crocodile, Mihawk, and other Shichibukai's bounties, but there are still many unknown ones, including Rayleigh, Dragon, Redhaired, and Blackbeard Pirates, and more. So in this video, I will try to predict the most hyped unknown bounties. Let's start with the Redhaired Pirates. Yasop is a member of the Redhaired Pirates and one of the executives of Shanks. Being one of the officers is no surprise that Yasop is incredibly powerful. Very little is known about him when it comes to his skills in combat. However, according to Brannew, he has made quite a name for himself in the One Piece world. At the same time, he boasts a very high pirate bounty, which goes to show that he's quite skilled indeed. Yasop is quite possibly the best sniper in the world, yet his bounty remains unknown so far. When Brannew was naming the bounties of the Yonko, he mentioned Beckman, Yasop, and Lucky Roo as people who have each won their own fame and called Redhaired Pirates the most well-balanced crew, so I'm sure these three pirates have high bounties on their own. I think he will have a bounty of around 1.2 billion bellies. Another of Shanks' executives, Lucky Roo, is known to be the second strongest subordinate of Shanks after Beckman. It is believed that he holds the position of combatant of the crew, and given his position, he's likely incredibly powerful. He is the one who stole the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Just like Yasop, Lucky Roo is believed to have made a great name for himself over the years and acquired a high pirate bounty. As with his true power, his bounty remains unknown for now. However, as the story is likely going to focus on the Red-Haired Pirates eventually, fans are likely going to see his bounty soon enough. The vice captain of the Red-Haired Pirates, Beckman, is known to be one of the most skilled pirates in the One Piece world. As Shanks' right-hand man, Beckman is strong enough to take on every other Yonko commander in a fight, but what makes him special is his status as the vice captain. Beckman is also known to have a high bounty, as mentioned by Brannew during chapter 957 of One Piece. He is also one of the most hyped characters in the whole anime, so I hope we will see his true powers soon. He must have a bounty of at least 2.2 billion belly. Also known as Shiryu of the Rain, he is currently the captain of the second ship of the Blackbeard Pirates. Shiryu was once a jailer in Impel Down, but due to his bloodthirst that he often satiated with killing prisoners, he was imprisoned as well. After Blackbeard broke into the prison, Shiryu eventually broke out and joined the Blackbeard Pirates. Currently, he's one of the strongest people in the story and is a capable user of his sword named Ryu. Shiryu also possesses the Suke no Mi and is one of the most dangerous pirates out there. The former 5th Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, Vista, is an incredibly powerful swordsman, known to be one of the very best in One Piece. As seen during the Marineford arc, Vista is powerful enough to go toe-to-toe against the strongest swordsman in the world and fight him to a draw. He's a great user of armament hockey, and his flower sword style is extremely impressive, as noted by Mihawk. Sadly, his bounty remains unknown to this day, but it is likely quite high. Josu is the former 3rd Division commander of the Whitebeard Pirates, and he holds tremendous strength up his sleeve. He was the leader of the vanguard of the Whitebeard Pirates, and with the power of his Paramecia type Kira no Mi, he could turn his body into diamond at will. Josu is incredibly powerful and can cause high-level armament hockey in combat. Despite his massive size, he was fast enough to blitz the likes of Crocodile in Marineford, showing his superiority in combat. Unfortunately, his bounty remains unknown to this day. Edward Weevil is known to be one of the most skilled pirates in the One Piece world. He stepped into the spotlight during the 2-year time skip and started to hunt the allies of the Whitebeard Pirates because Ms. Bakin wants Whitebeard's inheritance. Weevil is known to be extremely powerful, and according to Kizaru, he's just like Whitebeard in his younger days. Weevil is a monstrously powerful fighter who can take on almost anyone in combat. He was captured by Admiral Ryokugyu while protecting the village Sphinx Emporio. Ivankov is one of the highest-ranking members of the Revolutionary Army and quite possibly the left-hand man of Monkey D. Dragon. Ivankov leads the Grand Line Army of the Revolutionary Army and, as such, is likely to be the strongest commander under Dragon after Sabo. Ivankov was once locked in level 5 of Impel Down, suggesting that his bounty was greater than 100 million berries. Since then, he's likely to have grown much stronger and thus gained a much bigger bounty. Formerly known as Admiral Aokiji, Kuzan was once one of the greatest military assets of the world world government. After the Summit War, he fought Akainu on Punk Hazard for the position of Fleet Admiral of the Navy. Losing a battle that lasted for 10 days, Kuzan ended up leaving the Navy. Since then, he has gotten himself involved with the underworld of the One Piece world. Even more recently, he is known to have allied with the Blackbeard Pirates in some way or form. He's sure to have a high bounty on his head. Wanu's greatest samurai to ever live, Kozuki Oden, was an incredibly powerful swordsman who wielded Enma and Ame no Habakiri. With these swords, Oden was able to impress even the likes of Whitebeard and Roger. His skill in battle was such that even Kaido almost fell to him. After Oden met Whitebeard, he ended up becoming the 2nd Division commander of his ship, and that's when he received his first bounty. He then went to Laugh Tale with Roger and accomplished the impossible. Although he's dead, back in the day, he would have had an immensely high bounty, around 3.3 billion. Gabon was the left-hand man of the Pirate King Gold D. Roger and was easily an incredible fighter. According to Roger himself, he was one of his 2 most trusted men, with Rayleigh being the other one. Gabon was an extremely skilled fighter, as expected of someone worthy of being Roger's left hand. At the same time, he knows the entire true history, meaning he is a massive threat to the world government. Skopper Gabon is certainly alive, and although no longer a pirate, his bounty is still active. Roger's right-hand man, Rayleigh, is a man renowned as the Dark King in the One Piece world. He is known to be incredibly powerful despite his old age. According to Shiki, he was about 100 times as strong as all the supernova combined before the time skip. Rayleigh is a legendary fighter, but more importantly, he's been to Laugh Tale, just like Skopper Gabon. His bounty remains active, however, the exact reward is unknown so far. Also known as the Golden Lion, Shiki is a legendary pirate who was once a member of the Rocks crew. Shiki then went on to create the Golden Lion Pirates and became a massive power in the New World. He was a rival of Roger and held enough power to compete with him in battle. Shiki also took on both Sengoku and Garp at once and destroyed half of Marineford as they tried to stop him. Although he isn't active, his unrevealed bounty most likely is 3.5 billion belly. Rocks D. Xebec was one of the most influential pirates in the One Piece world and was the man who paved the way for 3 Yonko to emerge. Rocks was so powerful that he ruled the seas all alone 40 years ago. At God Valley, however, he met his end when Garp and Roger had to team up to defeat him. According to Sengoku, he's the most formidable enemy that Roger ever faced, even beyond the likes of Whitebeard and Garp. Rocks' bounty was not known, but it was likely around 5 billion berries, as far as it is known that no pirate had a higher bounty than Roger and Whitebeard. Monkey D. Dragon is the leader of the Revolutionary Army and the man known as the world's worst criminal. He is the direct rival of the world nobles and aims to liberate the world from their control. Dragon leads a massive revolution that is now getting close to its culmination. He is also tremendously powerful, given that his right hand, Sabo, is strong enough to fight against the likes of the admirals of the Navy. Dragon is one of the mightiest criminals in the One Piece world, and his unknown bounty is certainly going to be massive. I think his bounty will be either a logical 7 billion belly or a shocking 10 billion. Joy Boy is probably the biggest figure in One Piece. He is the one who created the treasure, and he would be the biggest threat to the world government in current time, but he lived 800 years ago, and despite the fact that the civilization was more advanced for that time, I don't think there were bounties during the Void Century. I think he would have the highest bounties among all the pirates if he had one. That's it for today. There are still many unknown bounties, but I think I covered the most important ones. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to write your own opinions down in the comments. Bye!